Welcome to the show, and we are here for the new city showcase of Grid City. We've been waiting on this. One of the most premier cities ever built in City Skylines. No mods, only DLC content, and City Skylines 1. Let me get you started right here. Place so beautiful. But first thing we want to do, we want to start you out. As soon as you get into you coming through the highway, you get off the highway, the first place you enter into is a nice little complex of commercial buildings only. You have a department store and a science center and the monument. I think it's like a Japanese needle or something, Hong Kong needle, one of those. I don't know the name of it, but a space needle, I think. Kind of like an entertainment area. Good for entertainment. And then you have your golf center and for that area. But here's the highlight of coming into this area. Right here we have a transportation center. And it's highlighted by the transportation center plaza with parking and the bus station, and we have the ultimate glass train station with a metro station all built in, and we have a park, a huge simulation point. We have the park coming from the space station, which is included with our transportation center. So we have this huge park where all these people just coming from the train station, all these tourists, they come through the park, nice little transportation park, and they go to the train and they get to go all over the city. So that's the base place. So that's where it all starts at. And as you see, we're gonna zoom out. Those lines go all the way through the city, as you see. But we'll get more to the transportation. One of the fine points also I did is a nice center city part of the center. Let me get my words right. Center of the city center. That was funny. But yeah, we have the museum and opera house. Nice park built around it and commercial buildings, which lead into a European residential suburban area. Football stadium there, as you see. Nice layout. Let's zoom out. Nice layout. And Harborside, we have commercial European. That's a nice farm. There's a nice looking neighborhood in the middle. They have the tower, parks, which leads into on an island on its own, the castle and a hotel, Heritage Hotel, and the clock, the fortress, and some more commercial. It looks great. That's a great build. And as you see, that's the main road coming off the main road on this side of the map, which also leads into this nice little like emerging downtown, we call it. We use all the emerging downtown assets. I love this shape we used, and we used the assets from that package right here in this middle area right here. Kind of laid out real good too, which leads into like another park on the backside. We just made up a little park with the lungs of the city. We used that DLC and the trees from that. Kind of just made a little park that goes through it, as you see, in the trees, through the trees, like some little camping sites and buildings they can visit. Yeah, that came out really good for that area, as you see. And as we're still coming down the road, there's so many people in this place that it's kind of hesitant. But as you come in this road, you can shoot down this dirt road and get to the farming area, a little small farming area. Everything looks laid out pretty good. And back over here, we have the waste facility with some of the scientific buildings like the power fusion station, the hadron collider, and I forgot the name of it, but we know what it is. So off that base road, we're still traveling on this base road. That's how leveled out. It leads you over to this part of the map. You go through the waste facility area and the farm. In this area, we have huge fishing area that leads into the African Miniatures DLC pack, in which we created the hotels on the water side at that corner, and the hotels, all the little package things that came in the pack. Also, we added the tower of safety to give that pyramid feel, like Egyptian type feel, with the pyramid back there, the Egyptian. Even though it's called the Ziggurat Garden, we just wanted to change it, give it a different focus. And then we did the Sphinx on a hill, surrounded by the rocks, just to give it a little African focus. Used all the African DLC content. Some of the buildings. Over here, we used it for the residential side. We used the Korean package DLC mixed in because of the colors. It kind of all blended in together. Look real good. Get a look at that. It's a good layout. Place is really laid out beautiful. Then from this area, you can get to another neighborhood before we cross the highway. It's like a luxury neighborhood with mansions, huge centerfolds with the ponds in the middle, and we have assets like in the middle. On both sides, we have assets. So they have their own look. Look good. So leading down that strip, we have a scientific area, research area, with some of the research DLC mixed with wall-to-wall office and commercial buildings. Plenty of parking and walking, all the buildings. And we have a train station over there that leads right into the train station from this side. It's separate though, so that's a good thing. Then have those old assets. Like it's a real government type area, research area, leading back into the area, leading back into the train station. So mainly we seeing everything that's on this side of the highway. So even then, off of that road, you can go over into this Queens, Brooklyn type area, like a little park, big Zoom park. I love that. It look good. And some of the buildings in it. Then we have the medical center right by that. Kind of levels really good, look good. So let's stay over this side and keep traveling down the road. As you see, I have a highway that kind of swirls over to this side of the city. It still leads us into that side of the highway, which we're only looking at so far this side of the highway. We only seen front side of the highway. As you see, it's two highways. There's a highway leading that direction and a highway that runs down the middle of it. So we're now going into the airport before we get over to there. So in the airport area, we have just a little industrial area to feed this area over here, which is mainly tourist area with hotels and restaurants, which is awesome for your airplane facility, your airport, which we kept as a nice design, pretty cool design, nothing too spectacular. I put water around it so it's like it's a little island, as you see with the rocks around it. And right here we put the aviation right next to the runway. We put the aviation station, aviation air club, that's what it's called, which looks good. Some assets right here in the middle, parking. Yeah, so for that area, airport, which is supported by your tourist area, and we have assets in there, hotel assets, and we have an expo center, which is always so important. When people coming off the airport, you want to be close to the expo center. So let's move over here into this area right here, commercial. We have the Shops of Shibuya DLC package mixed with wall-to-wall commercial. So wall-to-mall residential. So all the tall buildings are commercial, as you see right down the line, and all the middle buildings are residential. Got a nice little separation. Over here we have the downtown DLC packs, and these are wall-to-wall. So on this pier, this little pier I call, we use some of the packages from the Harborside package, I guess. And we use some of those with a fish market at the end, with a boat hotel, of course. Boat and regular floating hotel. So that's what we did on that. Give us a nice look. Just add it into that area. This is like the little centerpiece. You know, we use those assets mixed with the tall buildings. I know it's such a different, but I looked at those as like, well, this is a riverfront and it's a pier, so nice little place for entertainment. So that's at the edge of the map we saw. So let's kind of work our way back into the map. So as we get back into the map, we get back into this area, which leads into like a nice little park over here, a little commercial park with all the shopping and department stores. And then you have this area over here with downtown. Look at that. Another little downtown DLC package. I use that a lot because they have so many good buildings. I like have a Metro Center station coming through that area. Then what we got over here is a luxury, I call this a luxury residential area, because as you see, we use the houses from the Mountain Pack, some of the lounges, and just turned them into kind of like residence, made them look like residence, put fences around it, as you see. Added little pools and little assets to it to make it look good. And we did that on both sides. So we zoom out. It's like the perfect little, got the train station over here, nice park. Everything you need for like an upscale residential homes. And as we keep going down, as you see, that metro is connected from down there to this area. Another area downtown, DLC pack. Looks pretty normal. Taking up that area, and then we go over to this section, which is also the Shops of Shibuya and residential, and I think this is low density residential. Some good monuments also. Assets was used. Definitely some good asset shoes if you look. Definitely some great assets right there. Try to have all the metro stations and train stations going into areas that just like commercial areas, because a lot of people want to stop at, and which leads back into that side. So we're just seeing the top half of the map so far. Get you a good zoom out. I mean, completely awesome layout for that top half. Awesome, absolutely amazing looking. Rewind that back about 3 or 4 times to get a good look of it. So let's make a turn. So we come in the map and we made a left, and we ended up, and you seen all that side. Let's make a right turn. All right. We make a right turn. We go into some oil fields. Right. Huge oil fields. So you know they make a lot of money, and the traffic is flowing great. So we're in good shape with that, which leads into their own industrial airport. Industrial airport has a train station involved with it also. So it's getting products and it's sending products. So that's great. Then we have more storage facility and more industrial, which basically covers this side, the whole left side of the map, all the way down the hill. And that really supplies the whole map of goods, which leads down into a harbor for goods. And we have some unique factories, and we have some storage, and we have the harbor down here. We have different harbors over here, so that's great. So as we came down that highway, right? Let's make it so you understand the route. That route can lead basically in and out of the industrial area. So that's what this highway leads to, is if you notice. It's in and out of the whole area. Shoots throughout this whole map. They can get to any area straight off this one highway that leads right to just to them. So the layout is perfect. So from here we get to our downtown area, which you come off the intersection. Great intersection too. So you get off on a great intersection right there. Looks awesome. And we get into our downtown. We have some skyscrapers in there that we added. We have the Trade Center in there that's fully upgraded with the deluxe hotel behind it. Yeah, we have all of the town, what is the name of it? Trade Center. And we have Center Park surrounded by skyscrapers like you'll see in New York. So that's like our little downtown area, office, downtown space. Then we have like another Center Park right here for our train station. Actually, train and metro is in this area right here. So that's a good little vibe. Parking, and it's a park. So that's good. Which leads you, okay, we can go down this highway before we shoot in the middle of the city. And let's shoot down into more wall-to-wall. This look like wall-to-wall office buildings. No, this is wall-to-wall commercial and residential. Right next to the industrial area, which lead into I think this is a nice beachfront. Excellent beachfront. Commercial buildings and transportation. You see this one train station, right? It starts from here and it works its way all the way up the map into different areas, as you see right there in that area. Then it works way all the way up to this area up here, and then it works back to the main station. So all those tourists that's coming into this place, maybe they can get. You see all the tourists. I really maxed the game out, y'all, so it's kind of choppy. So bear with us. Xbox is crying right now. Like, what have you done? So let me show you what we done with the part. We made all the sand a huge beach park area. See, we get closer. You can see the umbrellas and chairs for they can go swimming and piers, and there's different vibes they can use. And on the top layer, we use all the parks, the amusement parks DLC. So wanted to make it like a little amusement area. And then as you see, we have another train station for the middle part of this. See, well, no, this is the same train line, but as we come further down, I have another train line. So we kind of like made sure all of that is, your whole beach area is covered. The top front areas for your leisure, I have leisure set for that. And we have parks, so they get to use all that. Which lead them into a beautiful casino area. This probably a way you would see a casino on the water, right? Behind it, you have the boat hotel, and then you have the huge pier. As you see right here, I have a nice metro, in and out metro park, which, people can go through the park through here. As you see, we have tons of people going into the park and walking down the park and the beach, really. And it's also guided by a tram line. The tram line actually goes all the way down this road, down the main road. So if anybody want to travel on that main road, so I try to make this place look like it's realistic as possible. If you're going down to the beach, let's say Virginia Beach in the United States, in Virginia, right? You have your little area right here for partying and hotels and stuff, and then you have your beach where everybody is at. And with me, I just put it on steroids, added stuff to do and a park. And the tram can take you all this, so you don't have to walk in, and then you jump on the tram, get to one side to another. Also, with this side right here this is a no driving. You can't put a car in this area right here. So it's only tram in this area. Another commercial area we use some of the wall-to-wall assets mixed in with the shop of Shibuya. It looks good. It looks clean, actually real clean. And it leads down into another harbor area, which actually has harbors for people to come in and out. And we have shopping in the middle, and we have this huge luxury hotel that oversees the water and the facility, this little pier. And as you see, the tram is running down, and down in this area, this whole area back here on this back side is all commercial. Not commercial, all resident. So we made sure this area is all resident to supply all of this commercial area over here. So this area, this little circle area up here is also another commercial area, and this area is a residential area. So have this residential area for workers that supply this commercial area, and vice versa. So it runs perfect. Then let's scoot over to the forest district. So we have a forest district on this side of the map. We can get all our products and stuff out with the train line that goes into the harbor. As you see, it's coming through now, which helps a whole lot. And we definitely needed some more industrial to supply this much commercial demand in this type of place. So we got some more of that mixed in with some forest industry, and which leads into more residential, small residential, and commercial, huge commercial area with a stadium and the mall and parks. And of course, we have more. Can't go wrong. We have more train for the train line up there. So that's also a plus. That's a great look. Which also leads into more residential over here in this great little curve right here. I like this curve in this map right here. That looks pretty cool. That leads over into another mall, and as you see, the what they call that? I can't think of what they call it. The monorail. I'm sorry. The monorail goes in and out as you're seeing it. The train line goes through and stops right here in this area. So with another monorail that's close, so you can get into this little area right here, which is definitely a great area. Now we worked our way on the bottom side of the map. We worked down all industrial. You see in the downtown, it worked into your harbor and your beach area, which was great. So let's work our way up. So we have right here is this beautiful layout of the European district, and you have one of the assets. I think this is the Amsterdam Palace, I think. And up here you have another one, another little plaza. So this place, and this is the main feature, is the Ferris wheel that if you look down the road, is straight down the road. Nice layout for this area right here. That includes a train station and a metro up here. So let's work our way up a little bit more. So you come back into this area. It look like shops of Shibuya with ample baseball fields and soccer fields. Transportation line that goes through, of course. We have the monorail, Australian cricket parks, mixed in with these look like we using the shops of Shibuya with the Brooklyn Queens DLC for this area. Get a look at that. That looks good. Actually look good. So, and again, you see these roads is just leaving their way, leading it right up to the highway. Everything leads to the highway where you can get up and down the map. See, that's running this highways runs all the way down to downtown, which is great. You can't beat that. But we go into a residential area with a baseball park and a great transportation. You have your monorail and your metro. Mansions, which leads into a nice centerpiece of the Statue of Liberty, surrounded by low density and high density residential. Low density and residential and commercial, I'm sorry. And that don't look like it have any Pacific district to it. It look like it's the normal default district. And the buildings came out, this section looks actually good. It came out good. It looks very clean. The circle in the middle with the Statue of the Liberty in the middle with great parking, and yeah, that's a good residential area. You have your monuments, and over here you have a grocery store and a train station. As you see, we have a highway that goes right through the middle of it. You can go across like both sides. As you see there, at the stoplight, which leads into a huge sports park with commercial wall to wall, and commercial, not only commercial wall to wall, but we have some, I think we have commercial wall to wall and residential in this area, which is so cool. This nice, neat, everything looks clean and neat. Great. And then over here we have more residential and commercial, which we saw from the first front side, which leads we in the middle now. And in this middle we did is very, very interesting. Now in the back side we have this Korean, just regular, nothing specific about it, just nice grid, which leads up into a commercial area, which we used the organic district, made this organic, and we added, some of the Chinese, Japanese assets, the panda sanctuary, the temple sanctuary, this nice little temple stuff over here, the top area, just for this area, just to make it look like it's like a holy area. So we worked our way around the front side. So let's get in the middle. Really, right now we're in the middle. As you can see, those designs, those roadways, nice and neat. It came out very neat. Then let's work our way into this purple district, which have some shopping up front and some hotels. They look good. Nice little shopping center. And then you have your monorail that enters into the area. Now look, this area looks more city-like. Like if you was going to a city, it looks just basic city-like with these monuments. We have a train like the Grand Central Station right here with the train included with it. With the purple trees, I love it. Sports park, and back here is residential. You can tell it has a nice monorail in the middle, not monorail, metro in the middle. So let's get a good look at that design. I like the little circle, the little curves, a couple curves. Looks very clean. And I think we almost at the end of it. So this is another huge commercial, residential, European district. Starting with the Eiffel Tower is the center point, surrounded by buildings. It looked great. This looked great. That looked great. Then to this side you have your, I think this is City Hall over there, and then we have the cathedral. That looks great. And over this section we have the theater in this huge European district with all the transportation we need. We have the train over this side, we have the metro over here, and we have the monorail up there, and we have the highway that connects everything, which helps everything for this build. And I think you pretty much saw everything. You actually did see everything in this beautiful map. And just to give you a scale idea of the highways, let's just get a good glimpse of how these highways go down. And as you see as we go on, you can go into the downtown district, to the main areas of the city, down this main highway. And as you see, it's got cross. It's a cross where you can get up and down the city. So that's coming out perfect right there, as you see, all the way down. And it curves right out the city. But like I said, each road, you can go all the way down each road, and they get you all the way into another side, another highway that leads you right up to the main highway. That's another main highway through the city. That's the middle highway through the city right there. And if you notice, that highway leads you right into this massive industrial area on the side of the map. All the way down. You can start here and then you can go all the way through the map, all the way down. And the great thing about this, now being on this, you can get through the city easily. The left side of the city, the right side of the city, whatever side you to choose, right? Which is great. Now, you still have your main highway up in the middle part right here, and then you have a highway at the top of the city. But this place is laid out, and let's get an idea of the traffic is 87, and we will probably count most of the traffic being in this area for you because that's industrial. But 87 is great for a map this size of 182,000. That's great. And again, this is one of those extreme maps. You can go check out some of our previous lives and you can see some of the builds, how we did some of the builds in this map. It took us maybe a week. But yeah, go check it out. How we brought this together. You will love it. And again, this is Grid City, the City Showcase with the City Sky King. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And thank you for tuning in.